Hey guys, it's John and Jackie of OpenLove101.com. Welcome to our show. Be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel and click the blue bell so you'll be notified of our upcoming videos. You can also subscribe to OpenLove101.com at OpenLove101.com and join our email list. And finally, we have a new feature, OpenLove 101 Plus. And it's an area of our website. Actually, it's hosted on a private Facebook page where we have this community of like-minded couples and singles that can interact and talk about things they're going through in the open lifestyle. To sign up there, go to openlove101.com/members. We'll see you there.
Yay.
Yes. That was a lot.
That was a lot.
Today, Jackie and I decided to talk a little bit about shame.
A nice light conversation.
Oh my goodness.
Shame.
And how it can hold us back in really all aspects of our life and our relationship and our sexuality. But it really can rear its ugly head if you're in more of an open, consensual, non-monogamous relationship.
Right. You know, we do a lot of coaching with couples, and that seems to be a reoccurring issue. I don't want to say that it's specific to women, but I do know in our experience, we do see women a little more open to admitting that that's something that they're dealing with. And, you know, it can really be debilitating when we're in the midst of that. You know, we want to express ourselves and we want to feel like we're being authentic and being holistic and being who we are and expressing that. But if we come up against old tapes or old narratives of how we were taught we were supposed to behave, or our demeanor, or even religious backgrounds that we have, it can be really difficult when we then want to express ourselves in a way that is sexual. And so it can be a really tough road to traverse if you're up against that, because on one hand, there's this side of you that says, yes, you know, I want to do this because it's something I enjoy. But then by the same token, you can also have this other kind of pull on you saying, oh, but no, you're not supposed to do that because, you know, you're a woman. So it can be hard.
And for men, it's the same, except I have like the angel and the devil.
Yeah. That's a good analogy.
Do it. No, don't.
Right.
And men feel shame too. I mean, there have been, I've had some experiences in my life where I was meant to feel really bad about it. And one in particular, I was in, I think it was first grade, and me and this girl from where we grew up in Wichita went over by the air conditioning unit and had our first kiss, and we got caught by a nun. And man, they let my mom know and let her parents know, and we got in trouble. And it was just a kiss. But you know, I carried that shame and guilt with me for a long time. Yeah. I really did feel like any time it came to something like that, my attraction for another woman, or a girl at that age, I would feel that shame.
Right.
And you know,
I mean, what a horrible thing to have to carry around, right? You know, but we all, I think to a degree, we all carry some of that.
I think so too. I think, you know, people that love us and care about us can try and protect us from it. You know, sex, it can have, it's getting better. There's no doubt.
No doubt.
But for a long time in my life, sex was really a taboo subject. I mean, you can just tell by what's on the television today and what was on television 20 years ago. I mean, it's a huge change in how our sexuality is viewed today and in how we have sex today.
Yeah.
But there are still people out there that, you know, that may be feeling this shame from their childhood.
Right. Well, and it's interesting how, you know, like you said, how you can have something that happens to you at a young age and you just bring it with you. You just bring it with you through life. It's interesting what a huge wrinkle that leaves in our brain about who we are and how we're supposed to behave. And so if we try to do something counter to that, it feels wrong to us somehow. So being able to let go of that and say, you know, no, you know, me being authentic and expressing who who I am from a sexual standpoint isn't like a right or wrong thing. It's just who I am. It's what I'm doing. And just to really go through that process, though, takes some time.
Do you see a difference in how you were 8 years ago, for instance, if you had sex with someone else besides me, and how you feel about that today? Have you seen?
Well, I mean, before, if we were a couple before 8 years ago, that wouldn't have even been happening.
Right.
Right. Because that wasn't something that was in my toolbox as being a tool that I would have access to. Right. So I didn't really think of it as shame per se when I was in my other relationships. It was just, this is how the relationship model works. This is just what I'm supposed to be doing in this relationship. And if I do something else, now when shame would rear its head is if I'm having thoughts of doing something outside of that. And so that's what made our relationship so different, is you were someone that was saying, yes, let's absolutely experiment with these other things. Life is something to be enjoyed and to be loved, and just really explore not only life, but who you are. And so let's take that journey together. And that just, even though I was super excited about it, there were some moments in there where I'm like, gosh, am I even supposed to be doing this? Is this something I'm even supposed to be doing? Like, I'm going to get in trouble for this, or, am I going to turn into a pillar of salt? I mean, there were some of those really deep-seated belief systems that were inside of me. And when those things didn't happen and I actually started to grow in a direction I didn't even know I could grow in, right? So that was, it was really eye-opening. Like, you can branch off in these other directions. You have the freedom and the right and the choices to be able to do that. But it's about giving yourself permission to have those choices and be able to enjoy those things in life, as adults. And it's still something that I'm learning. I can give myself permission. I don't have to ask somebody. If it's something I want to do, I can do it. If it's something I don't want to do, I can also say that as well. Yeah. But to live in that shadow of shame, like I said, it can just be so debilitating, and it can be a painful thing to get out of. But once you do, it can be very freeing.
It can. I think it's important also to be understanding of how your partner is progressing through this. If your partner is feeling shame about things and it's stopping you as a couple from being able to do stuff that you want to do together, and sometimes your partner is okay and sometimes your partner is not, you have to be patient, because it can take a long time to work through those things.
Yeah, I mean, the last thing you want to do with somebody who's dealing with shame is to shame them for it, right? Because you're going to go counter to what you're trying to produce. That create what we hate kind of scenario.
Yes.
So be loving and patient, just and understanding and empathetic, and understand that you're helping your partner through this as well.
And if this is something that you're dealing with and you want to talk about it with other like-minded couples, or you want to hear from Jackie and I on a more personal level, you can join our Open Love 101 Plus at openlove101.com/members. We have webinars that deal with this topic and many other topics, and we also have one-on-one coaching, or two-on-two coaching with you guys out there. So, hey, thanks for listening, and see ya.
See ya.
So did you like that video? Then be sure and click on that subscribe button below, and you'll be guaranteed great sex the rest of your life.